day and welcome to my demo video for hands-on activity number 4. So it is entitled Innovative Solution, Sustainable Development Goal. So for this activity, I will go on with my PowerPoint to explain the necessary procedures. So first, we were tasked to identify a real-world problem based on the UN SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. So I selected the plastic waste and pollution. So plastic waste and pollution are still one of the leading and relevant environmental issues the planet still faces. So our community is no exception to that. Due to improper disposal and excess usage of plastic, it could be a threat to the environment, especially when it finds a way into the waters and will affect marine life. So basically, this is the problem here. I captured the improper disposal of waste. So this is what I found alarming because it brings harm to the environment, given to the fact that plastics decompose it even takes centuries, from decades to centuries, just to decompose. So it's a really a harmful uh, activity, especially if improper disposal. It's okay if it's proper disposal, but this situation right here, it's improper. So that is where the harm comes in. So what I identified is goal number 12. So it states that goal number 12 ensures sustainable consumption and production patterns. So this is I selected because tied to this is this idea that the global material footprint has increased, and 1 million drinking bottles are purchased every minute, and 5 trillion single-use plastic bags are thrown away each year. So this is where I based my problem. So eventually, if there is overproduction of these goods, so in this case, the plastics, there is an overproduction, overuse. This is where the waste comes in. This is where the improper disposal comes in. Overuse of this waste may lead to harming the environment. So this is goal number 12. This is what my what this is where my problem is based on. So capture the problem and dig deeper to the cause of the problem. So after I conducted the interview, I from certain people around the vicinity, I came up with a conclusion of the three most common problems. Is just first, people just tend away to throw plastic products away after using it. So when they don't need it anymore, they just throw it. Lack of proper knowledge for disposal. Thus, these waste are just being thrown everywhere, as I I showed a while ago. The lack of disposal. So it's important to educate the people how to properly dispose their garbage. And next is lack of the information for the harmful effects of plastic waste. So they just don't mind throwing away their garbage. So this is what harms the environment. So it's very alarming. Discuss the problems and why it exists, and what causes it, and what is the impact to the community. So plastic has been a major material for everyday use, whether it may be bottles, it's for storing things. The plastics everywhere. Almost every day we make contact of plastic. So again, basically, huge consumption of these plastics will just lead to a large number of waste being thrown, thus bringing harm to the environment. So basically, huge consumption that proportionates to having a waste, because these plastics are if these plastics are not treated properly, they are just thrown and thus becoming waste. So that is where the problem comes in. So this is my solution to the existing problem. So it's called a mobile app called e-Centives. It is a mobile application with the help of the LGU that will give the users incentives based on their collected accumulated waste, or incentives whenever they bring reusable bags when shopping or doing groceries or at buying at the market. So this is my proposed idea for now. It is a mobile app that will track points. We have like a point membership system that they're based on the efforts made by reducing plastic, by collecting plastic, throwing them Then this it won't be possible with the help of LGU. So this is just a prototype for now. So this is what I plan how I would help my community in reducing plastic waste. So this is a sample uh, login page right there. When you open your phone, this is what comes out. So it's just like a user. There is a user system, login system. So next, here in this middle picture, I came up with the idea that there are two major modes in which these apps operate. So first, convert plastic waste to points. As I said, there are point system. And next is the record plastic reduction. So this is how I think the two major components of this app. This is where the this is how it will help. So first, though, we have convert plastic waste. So basically, it's just bringing picking up all plastic wastes, and then it will weigh. We have a scaling system. There will be a scaling system, and then after the weight of the waste are being scaled, so there is a corresponding points. So this is for option number one. Option number two, record plastic reduction. So it will basically, when there are scanners at the grocery shops, at markets, at establishments, at basically at any infrastructure that utilizes plastic. So when you press this option, it will record your your deeds on how you did reduced plastic by bringing your bag, bringing an eco bag, for example, right? A paper bag, perhaps, as long as it's not plastic. So there are also given points based on a scale. I haven't fully developed that yet, but basically that is the gist of this app. So there are two modes. So that is where the user will just select. On the third, that is where the QR code comes in. Whenever option is selected, this is what happens because this QR code will be the the one that will store the info to the database, whether you converted plastic, whether you reduce the plastic usage. So for now, this is just a prototype, but this is what I am planning, I am envisioning to have. So this QR code will be connected to a database. So as you can see, there are the bottom menu, viewpoints, exit. So as I said, right, this is a point system wherein it depends on the efforts of the users to reduce the plastic waste. So after that, when you scan the QR code, it will pop up a message that you have successfully added points based on your efforts to reduce the waste. So there is a date, there is accumulated plastic waste. For example, you had 1.4 kilograms accumulated waste. It is weighed. Then we have a scale here. So for example, for each 100 grams, there is 100 points. For 1 kilogram, 1,000 points. So basically, it's just this, right? I have converted points. So I have not fully implement think about it yet, but this is just a sample on how it will go, how the app will go, how it will run, how it will collect the points. So as you can see, next is this is where the next menu. When this is the database, right, for the total accumulated points. Whenever you have enough points, there are enough incentives. This is where the incentives comes in. So we have here, for example, a sack of rice, a market coupon, tray of eggs, or a grocery coupon. So basically, it's just like promoting a circular economy because you gain something beneficial from waste. So from raw materials, that is the waste, which will be converted to a certain product. So it's helpful, really helpful because this might help those that are short in cash, short in financial capabilities. Just by collecting plastic, they may be able to meet their basic needs. So that is just as what I envision with this app. So maybe for now it's still just not complete, but this is how the app will go. So who knows in the future, right? Maybe more rewards will come, but for the meantime, this is just a sample. So that is my solution for this activity. So thank you for watching.